I love dogs so much that I thought there must be a reason for this. Just liking it is not enough. That's why I thought it was just human instinct. I want to talk. I think of instinct from three perspectives. The first is the existence of dogs for humans. The second is the changing time and the role of dogs. The third is scientific basis. I would like to talk about these three things. First, let's talk about dogs for humans. If you think about it, there are many dogs around us. For example, it has become a synonym for meeting Hachiko in Shibuya. And Hanasaka Grandpa was able to earn money with the advice of his dog. Flanders' dogs are famous all over the world, and Anpanman also has a dog named Cheese, even though it's a factory. There are still many dogs around. When you think about it, there are surprisingly many. In other words, what I want to convey is my family's image, company's image, or stories that have been passed down from ancient times. Dogs are animals that are always around us. Next, I would like to think about the changes in the time and dogs. Let's change the time. First, let's go back to the past. Dogs were relied on to hunt prey as hunting dogs and as sheepdogs to help with livestock farming. Next, let's go to the modern time. Currently, they are used as working dogs such as police dogs and guide dogs. There are many people who cannot live without them. Also, many are kept as a pet. Next, I want to think about the future. The idea of pet humanization is progressing. This means thinking of them not as simple pet objects, but as companions who live together as a person. The idea is to be more like a family. To summarize, humans and dogs rely on and depend on each other as companions who belong to the same group. Regarding the last point, I would like to consider it from a scientific basis. This has something to do with oxytocin. Explain about oxytocin. Oxytocin is neuropeptide. It is called the love hormone or trust hormone because it is released when we interact with people. It has the effect of strengthening the bond between mother and child. To explain the effect of increasing oxytocin, recently research into a dream obesity drug is progressing. It has been reported to have effects such as appetite suppression and lipolysis. It also protects the brain from stress and regulates the autonomic nervous system. It is also said to have the potential to improve autism and depression. How can we increase the amount of oxytocin that has such wonderful effects? That is touching. For example, physical contact, message and hugs with family, lovers and friends. Even if you don't have direct skin contact, it's meaningful to just communicate by looking at each other, getting together as a family, having fun over a meal and just communicating. A dog's gaze can be just as loving as a child's. There was a researcher who hypothesized that staring at each other with a dog would stimulate a secretion of oxytocin. As a result, it was revealed that the secretion of oxytocin in the owner was stimulated in pairs, where the dog gazed closely at owner, which stimulated interaction between dog and owner. It was also found that by blocking the dog's line of sight, the stimulation of oxytocin secretion in owner was abolished. In this study, we investigate the relationship between human and dogs and observed attachment behavior, like that seen between human mothers and their children. It was found that a positive loop with oxytocin is similar. As can be seen from scientific evidence, dog has evolved to acquire communication skills like human and a positive loop with oxytocin attachment behavior. Strong proof of the relationship between dogs and humans. I have explained 3 things so far, from connection, changing times, and scientific evidence. It turns out that the bond between dog as a human is unusual compared to other living things. However, to be honest, this alone cannot be said to be instinctive. However, in this world that continues to move worldwide, even if the way dogs and humans interact changes, we live together. My conclusion is that dogs and humans cannot be separate from other living things.